Arabic residences. It's a type of projecting oriel window enclosed with carved wood. Lattice work located on the second story of a building or higher, often lined with stained glass. The mashrabiyya is an element of traditional Arabic architecture used since the Middle Ages up to the mid-20th century. To know more about this very special art, we are joined by Dr. Mohammed Deeb, and he is the head of the Egyptian Association for Arabesque and Mashrabiyya. Hello, doctor, and welcome to our show.
Yes, welcome.
A very good day, Dr. Mohammed, and it's a pleasure to have you with us in today's episode of Nile Cruise. Mr. Mohammed, starting off this segment, I'd like to know the history value of arabesque.
Yes, actually, before we said that what is the history of arabesque, we must give the definition for all the audience. The first that arabesque, it is coming from the two words. Arab, it is come from Arab because it is mainly it is an Islamic and Arabic art, and besque it is have two extension in French word and the Spanish word, means that it is geometrical and plant symbols, which we can making amalgamation to give this type of art. Actually, it is this art. It is was top during the 15th and 16th century, and it is mainly it is Islamic art, which it is. We can see this is in mosque, and not only in the mosque. We can see this in mosque and churches, and during the century of all Osmaniyin and Atrak, it has a very big effect during the time of extension of this art in Europe. In Europe, different civilizations. However, this is in the during Spain, during Al-Andalus, and also during the time of Al-Osmaniyin in Atrak and Iran and Turkey.
Sir, the arabesque art was famous in Egypt for a very long time, but now it is rare. We cannot see pieces of art in arabesque. Why is that?
Actually, the problem of awareness, and this was starting since 5 or 6, 7 years now, to give this awareness not only for the young children in the school or and university, and for all the public. We are giving them trips, free trips, with many governmentals in the mosques and in churches, to give them what is meant by this decoration, and what is the design which it is present in the architectures and all of that. And not only of that, this awareness for all the people, not only during the schools, we are giving also for the universities through the trips and through the workshops. We are giving them more scale to know what is meant by these geometric decorations and the extension and the goal of this.
Dr. Mohammed, when was it first used in Islamic architecture? Arabesque, of course.
What?
When was it first used in Islamic architecture?
Actually, it is yes. It is starting early from the early civilization, but belong to our society. Our society was already starting in 2014. And we are aiming to enrich and motivation of all of these type of this arabesque architecture. We are starting many workshops through all the students, and we are making them competitions. And I told you that just in opera, we are making a big festival under Dr. Ines Abdeldaim. Last year in November, we are making the festival about this arabesque art, and it is a way of language between here and all other countries. So it is a very good link actually. يعني
Okay.
مشربية and arabesque, it is not only the only link for only one nationality or one religion. No, it is cover all the religions, and it is a very good link between all of that. And I want to tell you also, it is not only decoration and art, it is also go through the music, because there is an arabesque music which it is can give an extension to the oriental music.
Sir, arabesque is a very unique kind of art, but what are the materials that are used in this kind of art?
Yes, a very good question, and I want to attract all the people who are seeing us in the television. The materials can be given in all types of this can decoration. Can go through the wood, can go through the pottery, can go through the glass, can go through the metal. So because I told you just at the beginning of my talk, it is geometrical, and which is can go through the plant and geometrical design and decoration, which they can apply it in all of these materials which I can give you. And we are giving also the creativity of all of these designs in the some sort of cups, dishes, windows, doors.
Sir, as the head of the Egyptian Association for Arabesque and Mashrabiya, what is the social, how does the association work on the protection of this type of art?
Yes, this is very important, and I want to tell all the audience here in Egypt and all over the world, we are making the extension through our workshops, through the lectures, through symposiums, with cooperation with the many developmental countries, departmental here in Egypt and outside Egypt, to give more motivation and orientation and awareness. We are making competition with the young children and young students. We give them a very important thing about Egyptian identity, because the Egyptian identity is a very, very high important, not only the Egyptian, also the Arabic identity. Through we are motivation, our type of this art, of this arabesque and the mashrabiya. I want to give an important point also. You know that the mashrabiya, it is a definition, as you start our beginning of definition. Mashrabiya is an Arabic palakoni, and it is mainly it is the definition of mashraba, which it is giving from the olla, which it is can give the more moist water. So it is have many types of means that amalgamation of woods which they can be used. Now we are using a modern mashrabiya, and this is present in many Gulf countries. It's present in Medina, Mecca, present in Bahrain, in Qatar, Kuwait, here in Egypt, especially in the tourist places in Sharm el-Sheikh and Gona. So we are making this type of mashrabiya through this type of amalgamation of small pieces of wood through this. But the most important thing which I want to tell you and all the audience, now we are facing the type of this material. This can be used also the metal through the aluminum, and we have a creativity now and projects using the dust, الرمل, and the trees, or gulf of the trees. We are making this project now in Al Wadi Jadid, and we are making a very cheap type of wood and this was already editors by Dr. Mahmoud Saeed, which are giving a very extension for this type. I mean that there is a creativity. We are not related also to the old Mashrabiya. Yes, welcome, but we are giving to more scale with the keeping of our architecture and keeping our identity.
Dr. Mohammed, can we consider that the arabesque art is endangered?
What's meant by the best?
Can we consider the arabesque art is endangered? This art is in danger?
No, no.
Anything that's threatening this type of art?
Means threatening for
it's not going to be last forever, yani. It's going to be disappeared because no one is working on this now.
No, no, I want to tell you, actually, we are keeping this, and your program is very, very high important because it is given orientation not only in Egypt, but all over the world and all the Arabic country. So what you are giving, it is very important to keep this type of arabesque and mashrabiya not in our hand, not only in our workshops, not only in our students, but through our multimedia and through our awareness, because you know that the difficulty now in this type and in handicraft, using of these types of the handicraft, the workers. If we have now challenging for facing of the shortage of the workers for here. So we are giving now a project. I think that this is with our government during this year about this about the handicapped people. We are taking these handicapped people, especially the physical handicap. We have a project to make all screening of these handicapped all over the Egypt, and we want to train them not only for our arabesque and mashrabiya, for all other types, because we are taking their benefits and the dynamic push for our handicraft.
Sir, what are the techniques you make? Of course, the arabesque and the mashrabiya, and is this techniques traditional or new techniques?
This is a very high important light. You are giving the lights that new technique and old technique. As I told you, there is already old arabesque and mashrabiya which is present in the churches, present in the mosque, and I know that this is, you know, that the Egyptian or Islamic artist or who was starting decoration is full of this geometrical which you are using. When you said that it's old, yes, it is old, but there is creativity, yes, of course, and applied art which is you can use now in the decoration, in new architecture of the hotels and homes, and not only of that, also of new productions of the handicraft, and also for using this for the new buildings. But we are keeping the most important thing, our Islamic identity, and I did not say that Islamic identity because arabesque it is present in doors and present in the churches and the mosque, so it is very good in our identity and our civilization, which we cannot divide or can, but we can use this in modernization with more creativity, and this is our through lectures and through our symposiums with the different artists here in Cairo and in Egypt and outside Egypt.
Well, Dr. Mohammed Deeb, head of the Egyptian Association for Arabesque and Mashrabiya, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mohammed.
And now we're going to watch a report by Mohammed Abdurrahim. So please.